What's up YouTube, it's your boy M8trix21 back with yet another video. And today we're going to talk about a couple things that's going on with Funko that I just want to talk about. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's go. So like I said, Funko today decided to announce that they're going to be rising prices on some of the products, maybe a lot of their products. And we already knew this is coming because, of course, because as they mentioned, tariffs and the rising costs of them having to produce their products. So we kind of already knew price hikes was on the way, but the way they announced it to me was a little bit weird because they didn't announce what their prices would be. And they kind of just talked about how they're going to improve their products, which I think is pretty cool, but comes with that, a lot of stuff comes with that I really don't agree with. But either way it go, we knew the prices were going to go up. Of course, they get a lot of their stuff from overseas, the products from overseas, because that's just how you have to produce toys like this. So it is what it is as far as that goes. We knew that was coming. But they said they're not just doing it just to be rising prices because the cost of producing their products has gone up. So it is what it is. Of course, like I said, the tariffs, we're getting that across the board everywhere. And I know this is toys and it's not that important, but at the same time, this is what the channel's about, so this is what we talk about. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It kind of sucks that this has to happen, but the prices will go up. We already knew that was coming. Now let's get to some of the good stuff they said, or the stuff they said was good news. The first thing being better scopes and more detailed pops. That's pretty cool. I do like I do like that some of the figures are getting more complex and a lot better details. But with that comes the Pop Plus category, which to me was a problem to begin with. And to me, that's another thing. They charge a little bit more for Pop Plus, and commons are still going to go up. I think commons will be around $15. But Pop Plus is $18 as of right now. It probably will go up to $20 as well. But at the end of the day, we don't know what to expect from that. Look at these two pops right here. Which one of these? One of these is a Pop Plus and one of these is a common. One was 12 and one was $18. Which one do you think is it? Which one do you think is a Pop Plus? Which one do you think is a common? You really can't tell. Both of these are really complex pops, especially this one. But this is a common. This is a Pop Plus. And they do have a little bit of fire on the back, but at the end of the day, if you look at Kid's arm, definitely more complex than what's going on with King here. But that's what I'm saying. We don't know how the pricing is going, how random it is. We really don't know. Like I said, Pop Plus is as of right now $6 more than the regular pop, and I'm assuming, like I said, across the board everything's going to go up. I think, like I said, commons will be $15 now, which is crazy to think about. And Pop Plus will probably be about $20, and we already know pops are $20 now, so it's a little bit iffy on stuff. So now it's making me personally, I'm more selective about picking what I pick up now, so it's probably going to continue like that for a long time. But like I said, I do like that they're going to go with more detailed pops, but at the end of the day, we need to know a bigger differential between a common and a Pop Plus if we're going to pay that much of a $6 difference in the pops. So definitely they need to get on top of that. But like I said, if they're going to make the prices a little bit higher, definitely make the pops a little bit more detailed. So I think that works out. Except they said premium packaging printed on the boxes. And I'm assuming that's the chase stickers is actually going to be printed on the box now. And I don't know if they think that's cool or think that's what people wanted. We really don't want that. I understand it's going to be cheaper for Funko long term because they don't have to put that sticker on there. But at the end of the day, as a collector, I don't like it. It looks ugly to me. It looks like it kind of cheapens it a little bit, and I just don't like the way that looks. So I don't know if that's premium packaging, which I don't think that is. It's just, I don't know. We'll see how thick the boxes are when we get them in hand, but maybe it's a better box of cardboard. Maybe we'll have to see. But at the end of the day, that chase sticker being on the box right there, I don't like it, but I guess there's something they're trying to push forward, try to make it seem like it is a good thing. But I guess if it can keep the cost down a little bit, I like it. But at the same time, they're bringing the cost down a little bit while charging more. It is what it is. But like I said, they talked about premium printing directly onto the boxes. So next up, they talked about the Octane 5 stickers, which I absolutely hate. I don't mind the sticker as, the little barcode sticker, but I don't like all the stickers looking the same. To me, that just cheapens it. We don't know where to get exclusives from, and I just don't like it. I understand they're pushing it so you can authenticate Funko Pops through the website a little bit easier, but at the same time, you could do this with the barcode and still put the other sticker on there, or just incorporate that sticker in the store retailer into that sticker. I understand they're trying to do more direct to customer and not go through the retailers, but at the end of the day, you're still going through the retailer, so give us their stickers along with the barcode. But once again, it goes back to the last thing where they're trying to cut costs by using less stickers. So I understand it, but at the same time, I don't like it. So, and that's two of the three things they said so far that I don't agree with, but it is what it is. And last but not least, they talked about limited edition. Limited edition is something they're really pushing right now, and they're trying to get limited pops easier to the customers. But we already had a way of doing that with the NFTs. I don't know if they're going to cut back on NFTs because they kind of have. Recently, they haven't been dropping as many NFT drops as they used to, so maybe they are going to cut back on that a little bit. But we did just get the Dungeons and Dragons drop, well, coming up soon. But they haven't been dropping as many as they were. But hopefully, we'll see how that goes. But like I said, limited edition is something they're pushing. It has some stuff about that I was hoping they wouldn't do, and I see that they are doing now, and stuff that I was hoping that they would do, and I hadn't seen it yet. But before we get into that, like I said, Funko, they just announced that they're going to be rising prices on stuff. They didn't announce what the prices will be, the new price list or anything like that, and they just said they basically not just doing it because they wanted to do it, which I kind of think they were going to do it anyway, but just because they have no choice but to do it, which we understand with a lot of stuff going on in the world today, prices will be high. But it is what it is. The company has to make money, I guess. So, but now let's get to the limited edition. I got the first drops for limited edition that will be dropping in the month of May, and they are less than spectacular, really. And they did one thing that I was hoping they wouldn't do. I don't mind that you're going to charge more because the pop is limited, but it costs more to make it. But that's because you're doing a different mold, a mold for a limited run. And I was hoping they wouldn't do this. They're going to be, and I was hoping they wouldn't do this. And in this case, they did with the Ginyu pop from Demon Slayer. Instead of doing a different mold for the pop, they just did a different paint job. They just made it metallic. So the 1,200 piece limited edition that's dropping on this Friday, will be, instead of a different mold, it's just going to be a paint swap. It's going to be a metallic version of the pop, and I think that's bad because I don't think it costs that much more to do a metallic paint job as opposed to doing a different mold or changing the mold a little bit. That would have been a lot more expensive. So I can understand the price point jumping from $15 for exclusive to $40. But just changing the paint job on it, I definitely don't see how they. I definitely think that's a bad idea. Like I said, a lot of these pops that they did for the first wave of this limited edition are lackluster, to say the least. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. If you want to pick it up, it's your money. But I think this was a bad way to start things off for them. And speaking of the Ginyu Pop, look at this right here. Which one of these do you think is a 1,200 piece limited edition, and which one you think is a $12 common? One's $40, one's $12. They look almost exactly the same. Like I said, this one is the limited edition, the metallic one. The other one's $12. 40, 12. They didn't change enough about this pop. The metallic doesn't even look good. The whole pop isn't metallic, only his clothing is. So this is a bad start for me. This looks horrible. But it is what it is. I mean, I'm pretty sure to sell out. It's 1,200 piece limited editions, Demon Slayer, even though it's not a character that people really, really wanted. I think if you're going to do Demon Slayer, you do a character that people really want, or a form of the character that people really want, and go that route with it, and then make it limited. If you're going to do it limited anyway, do something that's crazy and make it limited. This is then the way to go. And I hope the rest of the waves in the coming months are better than this one. But nothing about this wave says, I need to pick this up. But it is what it is. Hopefully they do a better job with this one. But like I said, this is exactly what I was hoping they wouldn't do. Do just a color variant or a metallic or a flock version of the same pop. I don't like it, but it is what it is, like I said, and hopefully they decide to do something better in the future. Like I said, just a couple things I wanted to talk to you all about today. Funko raising prices and limited edition dropping starting this week, and the challenges I think they already messed up on. But either way it goes, some good stuff in the future. Hopefully Funko gets it together. Hopefully we can get these prices back down eventually, hopefully, but it is what it is as of right now. That's all I got for you on this one. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell as well so you never miss a video. This is your boy M8trix21. Peace. Talk to you all later. Bye. Perfect.